Hi everyone! Today I am going to show you how to make Egg Foo Young. This is my second attempt at making a video. I don't know why the first one cut off all by itself. So you missed some of it, but I will repeat what I've done so far. I love homemade Egg Foo Young. I love Egg Foo Young, period. And I've grown to love homemade Egg Foo Young because I cannot find the kind of Egg Foo Young I'm used to in the California area. I don't know what they do to it, but it comes out like a thick, I don't know, like bread pudding type texture instead of loose veggies with the egg, almost like an omelet with vegetables, and then the gravy that they put over it is just, it's so good, but not here. I haven't found it yet here. They put some kind of teriyaki sauce on it and it's horrible. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I make Egg Foo Young. And what I've done so far was I had a little bit of fresh chopped spinach, about 3/4 of a bag of mung bean sprouts, you know, those things. I had a little baby bok choy that I chopped, a couple little red and yellow sweet peppers, about 4 green onions chopped up, and all I did was saute them in a skillet just for about a minute, just to kind of wilt them a little bit and release some of the water. I found that that works the best before adding them to the eggs, is just to saute them a little bit first. And then I started making the gravy that goes on top of the, or the sauce that goes on top of the Egg Foo Young. And I used 3 cups of homemade chicken bone broth. You can use store-bought chicken broth, whatever you like. And I poured that cold in my pan and mixed it with 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You always want to mix cornstarch with cold liquids. Never add cornstarch to hot because it won't thicken and it will clump up and you'll have these little chunks of white stuff in your gravy or sauce, and it's just yucky. So you always want to mix it with cold, so I did that. I added a couple tablespoons of liquid aminos, Bragg's liquid aminos. It's a great substitute for soy sauce. You can use soy sauce if you want. I added a couple shakes of Chinese 5 spice, and I added a pinch of white pepper, and that is currently in the pan. As you can see, it's gonna start to boil. You want it to have a low boil and it'll start to thicken. And that is going to be the sauce or gravy that is going to be poured over the Egg Foo Young patties. So I have my small green skillet heating up, and we're just going to leave that there for a minute. I've also chopped up about 14 shrimp. They're already peeled, cooked, and deveined, and they had the tails, and I showed in my other video how to take the tails off, because some people might not know. You just imagine there's the tail still here. Here we go. I've got one right here. Here we go. Imagine that's still on there. All you do is pinch right at the tip where the shrimp meets the top of the tail. You just pinch and it comes right off. So I've chopped up about 14 of these babies. And I like, you know, a nice little chunk of shrimp in my Egg Foo Young. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of shredded pre-cooked chicken that I thawed and had in the freezer. I have 5 eggs in here that I'm gonna whisk, if I could find my whisk. Oh, it's over here. It's in the sauce. So I'm gonna whisk those 5 eggs together just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some grated fresh ginger. I love these little graters. They're perfect for grating garlic or ginger. And so I'm just gonna, you can see that piece right there. Don't want it too gingery, but just enough to give it some flavor. So I can't tell you how much that is, but that's about how much I took off. Okay, so grated fresh ginger right in the egg mixture. A little white pepper, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, a little Chinese 5 spice powder. It doesn't come out very good. Maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, and some liquid aminos. Let's see, I should probably measure it, but I'm just going to pour it. It looks like about a tablespoon or less, probably. And I'm going to whisk all that together. Oh, and a little garlic powder. Do I have garlic powder in here? Let me see. My phone is sitting in my spice cabinet. Okay, a little organic garlic powder. Maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. So, beating all that together right there. I actually might need 6 eggs. Anyway, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna put the veggie mixture in the eggs. And my beautiful shrimp all cut up. And the chicken. Take the whisk out. Stir this up. There's my ladle. Okay. So you can see it's all mixing up with the eggs. This might call for 1 more egg. I think I'm going to add 1 more egg. Got some nice fresh organic brown large eggs. Crack that baby. Whisk that up. That in there. And then just mix it all up. Mix it till it's all combined. Yeah. All the veggies and the shrimp and the chicken should be coated. You don't have to use shrimp. You could use beef. You could use ham. You could use pork. You could use chicken. You could not use any meat and just do vegetable egg foo young. Same thing goes for the gravy. You could use vegetable broth. If you don't eat meat, and it's boiling away, my sauce is boiling. And I'll turn it down a little bit. Cornstarch does not need to be boiled on high heat for a long period of time to get things thick. It's better off on a low boil. And so, okay, I've got my pan. My pan is hot. And I'm going to drop in some coconut oil. Spoon size. Let that melt. It's almost ready. I also have my rice already pre-cooked. I made brown rice in my pressure cooker. And oh boy, I was online last night for 2 hours reading about the benefits of brown rice versus white rice and the benefits of white rice versus brown rice. And it can really make you crazy. There's something called phytic acid in both rices. Apparently there's more of it in the brown rice and not so much in the white rice, because the white rice, they take the hull out. That phytic acid and phytase sometimes gives people digestive issues, and it also prevents you from absorbing the minerals in the rice. There is such controversy about brown and white rice, right? You've probably heard that brown rice is better than white rice. Well, then I read that. And then I read that white rice is better than brown rice. It can make you crazy. And then there's the arsenic in the rice that you have to be aware of. Oh my God. Help us, Jesus. Anyway, I did read that soaking your rice does help it to come out fluffier. It eliminates a lot of that phytic acid. It doesn't eliminate it completely, and it will also help eliminate the arsenic that's in white or brown rice, doesn't matter. So it's just, you know what, eat what kind of rice you like. If you believe brown is better for you, then eat your brown rice. If you like white rice, instead eat your white rice. This is what I did learn that is probably important. Short grain rice will come out stickier. It has more starch in it. Long grain has less starch, and the best rices actually to use is like a basmati or a jasmine organic white long grain rice, or a basmati rice that is either brown or white. So if you want fluffier rice, use the long grain. If you want more stickier rice and you like the starchiness, because some dishes it's good like that, like sushi. So get your short grain rice. So that's the difference between short grain and long grain. And so my pan is hot, the coconut oil is hot. I'm going to take a scoop of the veggies and shrimp and chicken mixture with the egg. You can see it dripping there. And I'm just going to pour it right in the pan. I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, and you see it's kind of cooking up like an omelet. Just kind of want to press down on it gently, spread it around. This is making big patties of Egg Foo Young, so we'll probably just eat like one. And my sauce is getting thicker. Although it's not as thick as I really want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little cold water and another tablespoon of cornstarch. Remember, you want to add cornstarch to cold liquid. So I'm going to mix that up until it's looks like milk, doesn't it? Looks like milk. Until you don't see any more cornstarch in there. Until it's nice and smooth. It happens very fast. And I'm just going to pour it into, now you can add it to hot liquid. So I'm going to do that. You have to wait till it's mixed. Because I want my gravy a little thicker. So. And you could make a roux and use flour if you want, but today's a gluten-free, flour-free day, so we're avoiding the flour. Just giving the system a break, that's all. And getting back to the rice, Louis said, I'm like, this is ridiculous. First I sit there and I tell him, oh, white rice is like the worst thing you could put in your body. It's a simple carb. It's a simple sugar. I don't know what I read, and it's an empty nutrition. And then I go, so brown rice is better. Then I read, no, brown rice isn't good for you. White rice is better. He's like, just thank God for the food. Ask him to bless it and make it healthy to our bodies. And so there you go. There's the answer. No matter what you eat, just thank God for it. Just thank God. So it's cooking up. I probably should have the heat a little higher. Can you see how it's getting brown on the bottom? Okay, I'm going to turn it up. I tend to cook too much on low heat. Sometimes things don't come out. They're not cooking as fast as they should be. And this is something that should probably cook on a higher heat. But I forgot to turn the heat up. So there you go. I just turned it up. And I'm going to flip it over in a minute. And I'm not going to attempt the fancy flip. My son Alex can do that really good, by the way. He can flip an egg. I'm not going to do that. I should try it, though, right? I should try it. Okay, so let's try it. If it fails, oh well. Oh, almost. I almost got it. Almost got it. So I want to try to save it and pull out. It flipped over like an omelet folded over. So I just kind of pulled it out. There you go. Coming out really good. Almost ready, honey. Oh yeah. My gravy is thickening up nicely now. It's almost ready. I'm so excited. So I made brown rice in my pressure cooker for the first time. Oh, did I tell you about the soaking? Yes. Always soak your rice. No matter what you believe about it, it does help it to cook better and faster, especially brown rice, because we all know brown rice takes a really long time to cook unless you use instant. And so all you do is just put it in a jar or a bowl, a glass bowl, cover it with water, like twice as much water to rice. You can add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to it. They said that kind of helps remove the phytic acid and the arsenic. I can't believe it. It's so crazy. So I did soak it. I soaked it 24 hours or overnight, or at least 8 hours you're supposed to soak it. And then you drain it. Don't use that liquid. Drain it, rinse it, and then reduce your normal liquid that you would use for cooking rice. Like 1 cup of rice is always 2 cups of water, right? So you'd use 1 cup of rice and 1 3/4 cup of water. You might have to play around with that, just depending on what kind of rice you bought and all of that. So, oh yeah, it's looking good. I want it to get nice and brown on the bottom. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. And if for some reason this video cuts off, I'll just post the pictures of what it looks like. And let me see how my rice did in the pressure cooker. And you know what? I don't like the way it came out. It's definitely sticky. It came out like mush, like oatmeal. Ah. So, luckily I have some frozen fried rice in the freezer, so I will be cooking that up. But let me show you how the Egg Foo Young came out. There we go. Looks like that. Oh my God. You just take that delicious sauce and you just pour it over. Oh, yum. Doesn't that look good? Imagine the rice on the plate. Oh, to die for. Let me taste it. Hopefully I won't burn the heck out of my mouth. Yep, it's got the right consistency. See that? Oh, that's so good. It's burning hot, so I'm actually not going to try it, but I can. The sauce came out so good. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. But now I got to go make my frozen rice. So, if anyone else has had luck cooking rice in a pressure cooker, let me know. It didn't turn out. It's like oatmeal. But anyway, that's Egg Foo Young. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time.